Well, good afternoon. It is the last Friday of the month, so you know what that means. It's time for Through the Static with Stephen the Medium. I am Stephen, and I have a most gracious, handsome co-host and hubby here also.
Oh, I just don't like it when you say so many things. But what was that about grateful and handsome and what else?
Okay, so Mark, the producer's here. Mark, just mute him for the rest of the show. So, yes, that's what I said. Elix, Coach Elix is in the house.
Coach Elix is in the house. Grateful, handsome, smart.
Of
Coach Elix.
course.
Yes.
Of course. And as I mentioned, Mark, the producer, is behind the scenes. If you're on Facebook, I think you can actually see him because we're not in the studio today. But you get to see Mark's bright, shining face. And remember, after this show at 2 o'clock, Mark does his show, Mark's Jukebox, which is for 2 hours. And check it out. It's music from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. And it is amazing. So, Elix, what's been going on with you?
A lot. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. A lot has been going on. I'm exhausted. We just got back from a trip to Puerto Rico, and it was not really a vacation. I know a lot of people here. Oh my God, you're in Puerto Rico. How awesome. How was your vacation? It wasn't a vacation. We spent most of our time cleaning, emptying my mom's house, throwing stuff out, putting stuff, giving stuff away, and just getting the house ready for sale. We sold it and we closed, and nothing was easy. I mean, cleaning a house that was my parents for over. I think they were there for over 50 years. It was I lived my entire life there in that house, so that alone was pretty emotional. And then closing, my goodness, stuff in Puerto Rico is not easy. So closing the banks made it quite complex, and we had to reschedule and extend our time there for 2 days, and that was quite complicated for both you and I. But we made it happen, and everything's done, and we're on the other side, and I'm super grateful. And the great news of all is that the house was sold to somebody who was very, very close friend of my mom's for many years. She took care of my mom, and so I feel like the house stayed in the family. Her son bought it, so it's really awesome.
I think that's the most awesome of this whole situation, that Consuelo is happy that it did stay in the family, and you don't get any better than that family. And I also think that's an understatement, what you said about Puerto Rico. Just dealing the small, limited amount of time I've dealt with Puerto Rico in different organizations, I don't even know the adjective to say what that experience is like. It's not easy.
No.
There's rules, but no one follows them. Or I shouldn't say no one, but the organizations we followed, and even the closing, that bank knew, like, what, 2 months when
At
we were
least.
coming,
At
and when you'd
least.
be there. And at the last minute, and first of all, we were leaving Saturday. We're there a whole week, and they put the closing on the Saturday that we're leaving, which
Right.
is crazy. And then we get the phone call Wednesday. Oh, they didn't pull a
No,
certification.
Thursday, by the way. That on Thursday, oh, they didn't pull the certification until today, and therefore we have to wait 3 days. So really last minute, but it was almost like the owners was on us. Well, you can change it. I'm sure it's not gonna be that hard.
You can
Yeah,
change the rent-a-car, the hotel,
pet
extend
sitting.
our dog sitter, all of the rent. Yeah, all of it just
Your
was.
your schedule. I mean, I needed Steven there because he's representing my interest. I had a Puerto Rico attorney, thank God, but Steven needed to be there. So, you have to rearrange your whole schedule. You had a group on Sunday that you had to reschedule. So, I mean, it was not easy, and it was costly. I mean, it definitely cost us quite a few extra dollars,
But
but
like
we
you
got
said,
it
it's
done.
done. We got it
That's
done.
Yes.
And shout out to Lori. That's the group I was supposed to do last Sunday, which I will do this Sunday. That she was so fantastic because it's a big group, and that everyone just changed. So shout out to her. She's fantastic anyway. So, but I'm so glad that we got it
all
all
are
done.
so good. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And people, you know what, Elix, people understand. You know, I think when you're very honest with the situation and don't try to exaggerate things or make up things, if you're just honest, then I think it all falls into place, and it did in this particular case. So that's it's good, but at least we did get to eat.
Oh, we ate amazing. I mean, we really did have some amazing meals in Puerto Rico. I actually don't think we had one bad meal in Puerto Rico. So yeah, we worked like crazy, and but we made time for good meals.
Yeah, but we ran within 6 days. We ran a marathon. We ran like 27 point something miles.
Yes, yes. So that helped
We're
keep us
beasts, I
in
tell you.
keep
We're
us
beasts.
keep us in shape. But
Yes.
but the other thing, Stephen, that I'm like really disappointed is that screwed up also affected our plans. We had a trip to Quebec this weekend for the Quebec Carnival,
I know.
and we can, of course, we had to cancel that trip, and that is, I'm upset about it. I was all set, all excited about. We were staying at the castle, and we had, you know, tickets for the carnival, and but it'll be next year, I'm sure.
Well, I tell my students when I teach that when stuff like this happens, there's always a reason for it, right? So clearly, this weekend we weren't supposed to be there in Quebec, and so it's not happening. But we are grateful for so many other things, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Correct.
And are
Correct.
we gonna get? I mean, we got to get back to Sundays with Steelix. We
Yes.
got to get back to everyone. Everyone's missing us, Stephen.
The love. We need the love, and on an administrative subject matter. On February 11th, I cannot wait to do this. It is sold out, but I am going to be at Dunn and Sons in Yarmouth doing a tastings and a reading. And it's really cool though because it's a smaller group. I think it's 16 or 17, I don't remember, something like that. And which means that everybody gets a reading, and I can't wait. Within 24 hours, it was sold out. So
Yeah.
that's
Shout out to Erica and Adam.
I was
Owners.
just about to say that, and because they're fantastic. They're the owners also of the Pheasant Restaurant. I think that's in Dennis, right?
Yes.
And that's an amazing restaurant too. So we love both of them. They're just amazing, and it was actually Erica's idea. She came up when we were having dinner one night and just talked about, would you be interested, or sent me an email or something. So we followed up with it and on it, and it's a great thing. So
It's a done deal. So the restaurant is amazing. The wine is amazing. Oh my
Yes.
God, I'm like so spoiled with Adam. All I gotta say is, give me a wow wine, and he just picks a wine. And have we ever been disappointed, Stephen?
no,
Not once.
not at all. So listen, I forgot to say hi to everybody, and I hope everybody is doing fantastic wherever you're listening. And one thing I wanted to, when we hit a break, when we come back, I'm going to start taking calls. If anyone wants to just, put a couple of seconds aside and just chat with Stephen the Medium so that I can bring people through from spirit and your loved ones. But one thing I wanted to share with people is that I'm teaching 2 classes right now, and one of them is the advanced class. And one thing, just a little snippet of something that I taught in class that maybe people would appreciate and I think people would like, is that people constantly ask me, how do you see signs? How do you see more signs? That's one of the most common questions. One of the one, if not only, way you see signs is to be in the present, right? You have to be, it's self-awareness. You have to be in the present, not in the past and not in the future. The present is where the magic happens. And it's very simple to be in the present. It's just like picking, if you're, say you're sitting in the kitchen and you're by yourself, you just look at something. You pick the cabinet, a kitchen table, a chair, and you just start looking at it and sort of looking at the specifics of the item, looking at the details, like comparing the legs and like, are there marks if you're looking at a table? You know, is there different, colors or this discoloration? That time is forcing you to be in the present, and that's where all the magic happens. And I just bring that up because the more you do that, the more you stay in the present, or it's easier for you to change into the present where you see signs. So one little snippet, listen, you're getting a freebie from my class, is that I told my students that they're doing this complete different exercise. So this is just a little piece of it. But if you want to have a fun way to stay in the present, think of somebody, pick somebody in spirit. Pick, like, say your mom is passed. So let me use my mom. So if I were you, or if I was listening and I'm listening to what I'm saying, pick somebody in spirit that you love, that you're very close to. So I would think, okay, I'm going to pick my mom, and think of her birthday, let's say. So my mom's birthday is March 8th. And then convert that March 8th to a date, like a number on a date on a calendar, which would be, not a calendar, a time-wise, I'm sorry. Switch it to a time reference. So my mom was born March 8th. Switch it to a time reference, which would be 3:08. And every day, just put in your phone or iPhone or whatever, whatever alarm, your watch, your Apple Watch, whatever you can do, set your time for 3:08. And then it's like every single day you're sort of partnering up with your mom. And when that alarm goes off, just put something like, cater it and arrange it to whatever you feel works for you. So at 3:08, the alarm goes off, you click it, and, I think in my third eye, I'm meeting my mom in a particular room. It's like our room, and I get to give her a hug. And with that said, I can also look at something that's external that I'm viewing and do the same thing. I can say my mom's standing right next to me and look at something to force myself to be in the present. When you do that and you keep doing that, it not only connects you to your mom more and more and more, and she loves that, or whoever you select, but it also puts you in the present, which then opens the door a little further and a little further and a little further. And what you want is the door to be completely open. That's where the portal is, and that's where you get the signs. It's just a really, I think, a cute, fun thing to do. And it's, every day, 3:08, it goes off. As soon as I have to shut it off, who do I think of? It's my mom. And my mom's going to help me with signs and stay in the present too. So what do you think about that, Elix?
I think that is an amazing practice, and something that we all can do more of. And the more, I guess, it's the more you practice, the better you get at it. But you gotta practice it.
Yeah, and practicing being in the present. But in my classes, I'm always trying to find something that is fun, like something that's engaging. And I think, how cool is that? And I love, one of my students said, I'm like, you can pick whoever you want. And one of my students just said, like, I could pick like Abraham Lincoln. I'm like, you absolutely could do that. Just find out when Abraham Lincoln's birthday is via Google, plug that in, and start chatting with Abraham Lincoln on a daily basis. It's just making you do a routine and putting you in the present. That's what it's all about. What it's all about now is taking a break. So 508-222-1320 if you'd like to speak to me, if you'd like to speak to Elix, if you'd like a reading, just give us a call, and we will be right back after the break. And welcome back to Through the Static. I am your host, Stephen the Medium, with my co-host.
Your amazing co-host, smart and beautiful, Coachy Legs is in the
Well,
house.
listen, we were just talking on break with Mark, the producer. He said he had just like put the music on because you would have heard me screaming. We talked about spirit and getting into this whole conversation. And right when I said, "And we will be right back," I looked to the right and I'm in my office and there's sliding glass doors. A swan just flew by the window, like a swan. In all my years of living, I have never seen a swan. I mean, fly that close. I thought I was seeing things, and it was too quick for me to grab my phone and take a picture. But it's just an indication of all your loved ones are here in spirit. So that's what they do. They just
That's what they
show.
do.
Make the swan take a little course closer so I see it and get to share that with anybody. So who's ever waiting on hold for me, or whoever's listening to the radio station right now, believe me, that swan is a connection to all of you guys. That's how it works. So with that said, Elix, I think I'm going to start with my first phone call.
I'm ready.
And I'm ready. Hi, this is Steven. Who's this? Hello.
Hello?
Hi, this is Steven. Who's this?
Hi, this is Melissa.
Hi, Melissa.
Hi.
Melissa,
How are you?
I'm good. I know you're not going to believe me, but I swear to God, I wrote down my first call is going to be an M name. I swear to you. So Melissa's in the house, and I love this so much. So, Melissa, is there a particular person you want to hear from, or you want me just to open it up? It's up to you.
Both. Yeah, I mean, you can do your thing.
Okay, well, I only say that because I have limited time on the radio. So, if there's one particular person you want to hear from, tell me, mom, dad, grandmother, grandfather. If not, I'll just open it up and see who comes through. But whatever you like.
You can just open it up. That's fine.
Okay, perfect. Well, let me start with the dog. There's a dog here in spirit that, all right, so there's a dog here in spirit. It seems like, do you have a dog now?
I do, yeah.
Because this is wild, Melissa. The dog in spirit just validated the dog that you've got, and I keep hearing the C or K name. There's
For
see
the dog that for the dog
either.
here now.
Either here now or past, and it's
The
either.
past. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Melissa.
Yeah, I mean, his name was Echo.
Echo. That's with an E, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you drinking, Melissa?
No.
So just keep this
Not
with
right
you.
now.
We'll meet us after the show. We'll have wine together. Just
Okay.
there's a when dogs give me like the letter like C or K, like C as in cookie or K as in I don't know kite. It's either the breed of the dog or it's the name of the dog, either one or the other. And this dog it keeps telling me, and I don't know which one it is. I mean, it also could be, if you've got a sibling, and it could be their dog that's a con terrier. But just keep it with you because there's a dog that wants to be validated. So, and it's a bigger. It's not like a little tiny dog. This dog is like a medium-sized dog. So I don't know if that's the one you've got or if the one in spirit, but also just keep it with you. There's also a grandfather who you wouldn't expect to be one of the first humans to come through. So you have both grandfathers in spirit?
Yeah.
So one of them is either you didn't know or were young or weren't as close to. There's one that seems further removed.
Yeah, one I didn't know.
So is that Dad's dad?
No, that's that was my mom's dad.
Okay, so Dad's dad is also here. Mom's dad then is stepping forward. And Bob? Who's Bob?
Bob is my dad.
Oh,
And
I love that. Did you say and your grandfather?
Yeah, they both had the same name.
I love that. But Dad is here, Melissa?
Nope, my dad passed away.
Oh my God! So I love how all three boys That's what I heard. It's from above them. Like this must be like a great grandmother. I can hear her referencing your dad and your grandfather as her boys. It's kind of wild. That's why she yelled out the name. But so your dad said it was really important for my baby to hear from mom's dad because I just want her to know that he's always around her. So that grandfather is always around you and just watching you. And I know sometimes people don't think that because, well, I didn't know him. He was already dead when I was born. And that's usually the ones that have a really like a prominent like way about them with you because they're trying to make up for not having you in the physical world, which is kind of cool. Melissa, I know this is going to be a weird question, but did somebody race cars connected to you, or like going to like racing cars, or someone's into like racing?
No, that doesn't ring a bell for anything.
So let me ask you. So it's either that or someone maybe years ago or now had an issue with like a heavy foot, like speeding, because I keep seeing sunglasses going on and somebody racing like really fast. So just make sure you hang on to it. If it doesn't come, I'm sure it will. But there's a reason why your father's giving that as a oh my God, Melissa, no, that's an accident he's talking about. That's the speeding car. So your dad's talking about some car accident, not future, current or past.
Okay.
And your father said it should have been way worse than it was.
Okay.
You don't remember anybody close to you that was in a car accident that someone speeding, something. I can hear the impact.
The only person that was maybe in an accident would be my sister. That was years and years and years ago.
And if it was 50 years ago, it doesn't matter. Spirit, brings it up because there's no time essence. It's not like the time that we've got here. Time is an illusion up there in spirit because time really is an illusion. So just what your dad's saying is that accident should have been way worse than it was. So it's probably your dad saying that your sister had protection around her, but that's the speeding car. I think there was like alcohol involved too. I don't know if you remember how long ago that was, but there's something there.
Yeah, there was alcohol involved. Not with my sister though. She was the driver.
Oh, you were in the car?
No. My sister was with friends.
Oh, got it. Well, let me just tell you that someone got like something. They were banged up, but it should have been deadly. So this is pretty amazing how your dad's talking about your sister as well as all the other friends. Just making sure that you know that, and that there's angels and loved ones in spirit watching over. So, and somebody, is there healthcare connected to you? Why do I keep getting blood?
You mean someone who works in healthcare? Yes,
there's something because I keep seeing like somebody that works in healthcare, used to work in healthcare, or just did there's labs I keep seeing.
Yeah, we have a lot of family who are nurses and work in healthcare.
Not surprising. Is Mom here?
Mom is not here.
There's a woman I asked that because there's a woman who is just smiling and just standing next to me, which was really standing next to you. And just, I couldn't tell who it was. And she's observing and said it would have been very easy for her to be first. And you sort of would have thought that. But she wanted to make sure that you heard from grandfathers and your dad, and your mother just said, happy birthday or happy anniversary. There's
I don't
something.
know what that means.
Yeah, you do. Your sister, your mother, your father, someone's birthday or anniversary is right 2 weeks back or 2 weeks forward.
2 weeks back.
Really, really close. And it also, Melissa, could be like an anniversary of death. So make sure you keep that with you too. But your mother just said it's really, really close. So what are we? So almost a little bit into February or the majority of January. So your mother's just pointed you and said she knows. Melissa knows. You know what, Melissa? I have a significant other. Are you married?
I'm not married, but I have a partner who I've been with for a long time.
That's where the birthday or anniversary is.
Huh.
Partner connected somehow to your partner. This something there, something going on. So also just make sure you keep it with you. I think it feels like it's a really strong mother energy too, coming forward for your partner, whether that's a mom or a grandmother. I don't know because they're sort of far removed. But your mother's the one that's giving that as a validation. And someone smoked at some point and then gave it up. I keep smelling smoke and then it stops.
There's been a lot of, yeah. I mean, there's been smokers in our family.
Somebody,
I'm not sure who.
somebody close, and I will tell you, there's twins or Gemini. What is that?
A Gemini.
But who is that?
That's my sister.
Oh, your sister's getting a lot of action here, Melissa. Just saying. she's getting a lot of love there.
New. No, I'm just kidding.
And Melissa, who's the first middle name A? Anne? Why do I keep hearing A?
A is, well, my mom's name is Anne, and that's my sister's middle name.
Oh, what a double validation. Middle name, sister, and mom. So, you got to know, Melissa, mom just gave Anne out because she wants to make sure you know that she's here. But she just said, of course, she knows I'm here. Always. She loves you. Your dad loves you. You got so much spirit around you, and I have to take a break. So, Melissa, thank you so much for calling.
Thanks so much.
Lots of love to you, and we will be right back. Good afternoon and welcome back to Through the Static. I am your host, Stephen the Medium, and with me is my co-host,
Coach Elix.
Coach Elix. And on break, I just happened to scroll through my phone and I just saw an advertisement for chicken wings. And I don't know if anyone remembers, like when I remember I was a kid and the shake and bake commercial that I always do for Elix. And the mom's in the kitchen, and the husband comes in and takes a bite, and he's like, this is good. What is it? And the little girl says, it's shake and bake, and aha helped. I just thought I'd share that with you. So
He speaks with Southern accent quite frequently in the house. Just saying.
all right, let me go to the next call.
Yes.
Hi, this is Steven. Who's this? Hello.
Hi, this is Joanne.
Hi, Joanne.
Hi.
Hi, Joanne. You know what? You have to be. I'm just sharing the silliness because that's part of like what brings you so much in life. So let me just connect with you, Joanne. Is there any particular person, like Dad or anybody else that you want to connect to, or
No.
just open it up?
Jim.
I knew that. That's why I
Jim.
said that. I know, Joanne. That's why I said Dad. Because your father is almost pushing me off the chair right now. He's so... Finally, Joanne. I keep hearing finally. Joanne, he just said 3. Are you one of 3?
No.
So, is he... Why does he keep talking about 3? Are there 3 grandkids? He keeps saying 3. Something with 3.
I don't know.
All right, we'll just keep it with you.
Okay.
And it's to do with kids too. It's not to do with like a date. So I don't know. I'm not really sure what else he's talking about. But he says you'll get it. Your father also had said, "Tell my daughter." Is there more than 4 kids in your family?
No.
He keeps pushing me for this the 3 like he's almost doing separating 3 with something like there's 3 kids here and there's 1 in spirit or 2 in he's separating with 3. I don't know what, maybe there's 3 girls or 3 boys. There's something with 3, so just keep it with you.
Okay.
He also just said there is something he wants to make sure, Joanne, you know that there was nothing left unsaid because he feels like someone feels like there was things unsaid. So when your father passed away, was there like somebody either who wasn't there or someone, he keeps telling me someone was holding on to something like guilt or something like that. Does that make any sense?
No, I didn't know that was my father. I asked Jim.
Wait, you lost me. Who's Jim?
Jim is my fiance.
Okay.
And that's what I was asking about because he passed.
Oh, wait a minute. So is your dad also passed?
My dad's passed.
Okay. But you wanted Jim to come through.
Yes.
Okay. I thought when I said dad, I thought you said dad. But well, listen, anyway.
No, I said Jim.
Oh, so your father did come through, and so you didn't know that was your dad for a period of time?
What do you mean? When you were talking?
No, I don't know. This is like a Laverne and Shirley conversation here. So you said you didn't know who it was. So Jim, let me just focus on Jim then, because if you want to hear from Jim, let's focus on Jim. So okay, so Jim is laughing, has the best sense of humor. He's got a big smile on his face. Either your father or Jim, one of them said somebody was holding on to something. Someone either didn't get there before they died or they died quickly. There's something that someone held on to, like
He
almost
died
like
quickly.
Okay, so that's Jim then. Got it. So because Jim keeps saying that someone feels like they didn't get to say there was no closure. They didn't get to say what they wanted to say. They didn't see him. Perfect. So that's Jim then. I got it. And but I can't discount your father because your father's got a huge presence with you. And your Jim's dad, there's a dad figure. Is his dad also in spirit?
Yes.
There's just 2 dads here, and I know it's your dad and Jim's dad. But Jim is such a good guy, Joanne. And just said, please tell Joanne, this was it for me. This was, I've never felt this with anybody. It was different, and in the two of us. And you said this was your fiance,
Yes.
so this was something that, but both of you felt like this was just going to be it. This would be like a forever thing. Was he
It
alone
was.
was he alone when he died?
No, he was right with me.
So, so did your father die alone? So
Nope.
somebody died. Well, somebody connected to you died. And when I say alone, it could be like they were in the house and they were the only one in the house and someone left. But someone's alone when they died. So it could be even someone else coming through, Joanne. But
Yeah.
getting back to your husband, he just keeps talking about something that almost like he knew, like, I don't know how to explain this. He keeps talking about his heart, and he just keeps talking about how there was something that was hidden. I don't know what that means. I don't know if like it's something that was never caught before, or how he passed away, or something that they found out, you guys found out later. But just keep that with you, because he keeps talking about that, and he also keeps saying the ring. Talk about the ring, the ring, the ring. Do you still wear his ring or your ring?
I usually have it on. I don't have it on right now.
That's
Yeah.
funny that funny that now you don't have it on, and he's just giving that as a wonderful validation. And somebody, the ring, some piece of jewelry, Joanne, would be used differently or worn differently. This, or someone changed something. Either maybe it's not that ring you're talking about, but like, because I feel like a ring's being worn on a necklace, or someone changed something or wanted to like add something to it. So just keep that with you too. And again, it could not, it may even be like mom or dad or somebody else, not just Jim. But you got to make sure you know, Joanne, that Jim is with you 100% of the time, and that he hasn't gone anywhere. And when I talked about how he's talking about how much he loves you, and this was it for you two, you will be many years from now reunited. But before that, he's with you all the time. And he keeps talking about 17. There's something, the 17th of a month. So just keep that with you too. Something, birthday, anniversary, something happened on the 17th of any month. So I don't know what date that is, what month that is, but just keep it with you. And I got to go because I got to go to the next caller. Joanne, thank you so much for calling, and you have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You
Bye-bye.
too.
Hi, this is Steven. Who's this? Hello.
Hello,
Hi. Who's this?
Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. Quiet, Lisa. All right, let me connect to see what's going on with Lisa. Um, is Dad in spirit?
Yes.
Your father. This is very, very interesting, because when I started with Joanne's dad, the caller before me, was a dad figure came through, and I know she wanted to talk to her fiance. But I really think that when I was with Joanne too, when I said there's more than one dad, I think this was your dad trying to push me off the chair, just being so excited. So he, the, long, your father keeps talking about, you have siblings?
Yes.
Are your siblings not close to you, like state-wise?
No.
They're
Yeah.
all in the same state?
Yes.
Well, okay, so let me ask you this then, Lisa. There is somebody, your dad keeps talking about long-lost family, long-lost family. Was there somebody, like a connection somehow to you, whether it's family or friends, that you know of, that someone found somebody later in life?
Not that I'm aware of.
All right. If your father's bringing it up, Lisa, there is a reason for it. And it feels like, first of all, it feels like someone fostered a kid or adopted a kid somewhere in your circle. Someone did that. And then it also could be that because of that, then that person in the family found out, a while later, of a brother or a sister or something like that. But it's really, really important. You don't know anybody that's close to you, like in the circle, that adopted or fostered kids?
Yes.
But is it friends? Is it family?
Family.
Oh, all right. And like close family?
Yeah.
Okay. So just keep it with you because someone then, that's what it felt like to me, that there was somebody who fostered or adopted, and in that family, they find somebody. So, like they figure something out, or somebody comes back into the picture. So just keep it with you. Your dad brings that up, and you may say, why, Dad? Why are you bringing that up? It's because it's something I don't know, and all your father cares. Frankly, oh, by the way, there's a Frank or Fred.
No.
Yeah, Lisa, no, no. There's a yeah. There's a Francis or a Fran or Frederick, either living or crossed, connected to you. It could be first name, middle name. It could be like if there's a town, Franklin. It could be, but there's a Fred or Frank somewhere. Your dad is laughing, um, hysterically because he said my daughter's brain is like moving like 1,000 miles a minute, trying to figure this out. But just Lisa, the great thing is this is recorded, so you'll get it, you'll figure it out. But your father, oh my God, your father also talks about the engagement or wedding ring. What
I
like is
don't
there a
know.
ring? Is mom still here?
Yes.
There's not. Is there a ring that was? There's a ring that's either lost or passed down to somebody that someone didn't think it would be going to. There's
I don't know.
a piece of jewelry. So your mom never talked to you, or you never heard stories about her having like her mother or father's ring or something that was passed down.
No.
Your dad is so adamant about this ring, about this ring, unless it's he's talking about like a significant other, like if you have a significant other and it's that side of the family, but there's something there. And Mark or Michael, who's the M name, or Mary, connected to you, either living or crossed?
Um, I have a brother, Michael.
But he's here, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the ring thing. There's something connected with him, and I mean they could be bringing up like a recent marriage, recent divorce. It's a wedding ring. It's a wedding or
Okay.
an engagement ring.
Okay.
So just keep that with you too. Just know, Lisa, that Dad is also with you all the time. And I don't know who the Chris or Kathy or Kevin is. There's a C or K name, really really close. Again, either living or crossed, that your dad keeps. It sounds like Chris or Christian, something like that.
Mm,
If it doesn't come, just keep it with you. It will. And again, it also could be a middle name. Sometimes they throw out middle names too. So make sure you keep it with you. I got to take a break, Lisa. Thank you for calling, and I hope you have a
okay.
wonderful day.
You too. Thank you.
And we will be right back. And welcome back to Through the Static. I am Stephen the Medium, your host, with me, my co-host,
Coach Elix.
Coach Elix. Let me get right to the calls in the essence of time. Hi, this is Stephen. Who's this?
Hi, this is Tony.
Hi, Tony. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, Tony. So, Tony Baloney. I keep hearing someone like rhyming your name with something. It's kind of interesting. So Tony, let me. Who's Ann?
That's my mother.
Oh, but she's in spirit.
Yes.
Wow, she wasted no time, Tony, to let you know that she's here. Like, I'm here, honey. I'm here. She said she's so excited to get to do this, and said you just do not get better, Stephen, than anybody than my daughter, Tony. The most caring, considerate. You know, Tony, you're an empath. I don't know if you know this or not. As soon as I tuned into your energy, an empath meaning that you pick up people's energy very easily and can feel it. And your mom just said she comes to you in hearts.
Yep.
The shape of hearts. I don't know if that makes sense.
It sounds good.
What?
Right?
I love that. I love it.
Devil horns or something.
Well, you know, it's interesting though, Tony, because when your mom just said about the hearts, so in other words, just randomly seeing hearts around, it's a way your mom is giving a validation, like it's her calling card, like from heaven or from the universe, wherever you believe she is. But she also adds to February 14th, Valentine's Day. So there's something around Valentine's Day, a birthday or an anniversary. There's something in addition, or there's a heart issue. Like someone has heart issues, because your mother said it's not just about the heart. Is a double validation. So it's not just about the hearts that she's giving you. There's also something else. Tony, who died fast? Someone. Your mother just said someone boom, and was gone.
My mother.
Oh, it was her.
Uh-huh.
She's just giving that as a validation, which I always ask people names and, in some kind of indication of how they passed away. But she also she just said that everywhere you are, she is in the car. She keeps talking about the car, and someone's got a something hanging in the car, or a prayer card or something.
Okay.
Somebody's got like something in memory, and your mother, who was cremated? Was she cremated?
She was.
She just showed me like
yeah, she was.
She just showed me like the box, if you will. It doesn't literally mean it's that's how the ashes are, but that's my indication of being cremated. And she talks about the conversation that was like what to do with the ashes.
Okay.
There's something, you guys, there was no conversation, Tony, about like where to put the ashes at some point. It doesn't mean that's where they went, or distribute them or something.
Yeah, we're gonna put the ashes. We're all gonna get a little bit of them, but then we are gonna bury them with my dad.
No, got it, because that's the distribution she's talking about. So all of you are going to have some of the ashes. And when you just said your dad, I heard John, Jim, the GJ name. There's. It doesn't mean it's dad's name, but there's somebody who's George or John or Jim. Someone really close, living across. I keep hearing G or J name, and I also keep hearing about the one child, the one boy. So someone, I don't know if there's one boy that's in spirit, like that someone lost a child, like a miscarriage, or there's someone has one child, but there's one boy your father keeps talking about. So and he separates them. So I
had a miscarriage. I don't know if it was a boy or a girl.
Yeah, well, now you do, Tony. It was a boy. Definitely. It was a boy. Oh my God, that's what your father's talking about. The name of the boy would have been a name passed down, either first or middle name. That's what your dad's talking about. So when you when you were giving, or maybe if you have kids, do you have kids?
I don't.
Okay, just keep this with you. When you were pregnant, go back to what you were thinking of a name, because your father's saying there was a name, a first or middle name that was either a variation of a name or something that was thought about. So it's just dad and your mom just giving that as a beautiful validation. I got to go, Tony, because I'm running out of time. Thank you,
All right.
thank you for calling.
Oh,
And
thank you.
thank you.
I
Have a great
appreciate
day.
You. Hi, Elix.
Thank you.
Hi.
I love Tony. Tony, thank you.
All right, thanks. Have a great day. Good
You
weekend.
too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, let me go to the next caller really fast. Hi, this is Steven. Who's this?
Hi, this is Carrie.
Hi, Carrie.
Hi.
Carrie. Carrie, you Carrie, God, my God, you got a lot around you. When I say that, it's not. I'm not talking about spirit. I'm just talking about a lot of energy. Carrie, when you just, I don't know if you did cough or I'm hearing it, or maybe you did.
Yeah.
But when you just did, someone's talking about something with their lungs, like COPD, or lung cancer. Someone, and I think it's someone in spirit, because it feels like I like was breathing in asbestos, like something before I cross something. Is your dad in spirit?
My dad?
Yes.
Yes.
He didn't have any issues with like his breathing or chest or lungs.
Oh, no, he did. He died from lung cancer.
Oh my God! So it's definitely him then. He just came flying out and wanted to give that validation, Carrie, to let you know that it's him. And he just said this is a spectacular year for you in 2024. As a matter of fact, this year there's something very big going on with you or somebody in your circle. So either there's an anniversary that's big, or someone's turning like 50, 60, 70. Something's big this year.
Okay.
So,
All right.
and it also could be like a trip that, someone has wanted to go on for a long time, but it's what's in August? There's got to be a birthday or an anniversary or something.
My anniversary is in August. Yeah.
I love that. And it's not like a big year?
No, not this year.
And last year wasn't either?
It's 23 this year, so yeah. I mean, I think every year is big, but
of course it is. Of course it is, Carrie. Yeah. Listen, as a matter of fact, your father said that before you even said that. So, which I love. Your father also your father keeps talking about a necklace or a pendant.
Mm-hmm.
Was there something special, like from your mom or him or someone wore?
Yeah. Yep. My mom wore his ring on her necklace. Yeah.
Wow. I love that. But mom is also in spirit?
She is. Yep.
I shouldn't even have asked that. I should have probably she just gave me like the evil eye, like, of course I'm here. And I want to talk to my daughter. Your mother is looking with the clock, because she knows I don't have much time. So she's not happy with it, just not happy. But your mom just said, Carrie has a lot of dad in her. You got a lot of your father in her, in you rather. The way you think, the way you process things. I don't know if you agree with me, but even if you don't, I'm saying you do, because your dad
That's funny.
You got a lot of him, and there's also a stubbornness. I'm just saying, there's a little bit of a stubbornness here. And one last thing, Carrie, what's the Irish thing? Are you guys Irish?
We're Irish. Yep.
Because, I mean, I could have maybe guessed with Carrie. I mean, I could be wrong, but when I looked at your name, I saw Irish, but I keep seeing that there is a shamrock or fighting Irish, or somebody's got, it feels like someone's got a tattoo that's Irish or did. Okay. Either living or crossed. Something that is culturally, I mean, I'm an Irish boy, and there's something that is on me that, you don't, like, there's no brothers, there's no, like, grandkids that have.
Yes. There's a brother and a grandkid who just got a Celtic cross tattoo, both of them.
Oh my God, Carrie, I love that. Mom and Dad are in the house, boy. And I wish I could keep going with you, but I got to go because they're going to just cancel us out because it's almost 2:00. Carrie, thank you for letting me do this.
That was awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and lots of love to you, Carrie.
You too. Have a good
Thank
weekend.
you too. Bye-bye. All right, Elix, quickly tell everyone how they can find you.
They can find me at Coach Elix everywhere on social media, or next Friday at 1 p.m. here. Get a grip with Coach Elix.
Well, isn't that terribly wonderful?
Terribly.
Yes. Yes.
Terribly wonderful.
Yes, it's terribly wonderful. And you can find me, Stephen the Medium. You can go to my website. You can find me on social media. You can book an appointment. You can book a whisper in a note. You can see the classes I'm giving. You can see my events. There's so much going on with the two of us, but we're grateful to be here with you guys. We love you guys. We love Mark for doing this, and everybody at the WARA station who are amazing. So, all right, so I will be back in a month. It's always the last Friday of the month that I pop on and take Elix's place of Get a Grip with Coach Elix. And I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And all I will end this with is lots of love to every one of you. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.